Welcome trainers to the series where we update the type chart and edit all 18 types with my own changes as well as your own input. From the interactions they have with other types, certain battle effects associated with the type, and any alterations we can make to existing information regarding the type. Remember the last video when I mentioned grass was in trouble? Go back to that video if you haven't seen it yet, or better yet, go back and catch up on the whole series if you've only just found out about this channel. You can see the type of changes I make to the other types before this one. If you do remember, we're about to touch grass this time around, and yes, that was a double entendre. Go outside after this video, or not, I don't care. Anyway, this one will have more weight to it than the other videos, since this is a starter Pokemon type. Dun, dun, dun. This means the stakes are increased, as there are more people to both really impress and really annoy. So if you can't handle my logic or opinions, then great job. You're the kind of person everyone online loves to hate, which is an honour I could never achieve. I mean, I could, but I'd have to release something pretty controversial. The grass type itself is right in the middle for me. It's not abysmal and something I avoid using, but it's also never really my go-to choice or one I jump to eagerly. In terms of choosing a starter Pokemon, I'd say it's more likely I'd choose fire or water since I like those types better. And yes, I also realise statistically, the chance of choosing grass is 33%, unless it's Rowlet, in which case it's guaranteed to be chosen. Offensively, it hits ground, rock and water for super effective damage, which is decent, although I never really like the fact that water can do the same with ground and rock. Not to mention 7 types resist grass, which is appalling. This means you can't always comfortably use a grass move, as an opponent would probably switch into something to take the hit. It's not too good on the defensive side either. 5 types are super effective with grass, including the common fire, ice and flying type, while also only being able to resist 4 types, which could definitely be improved. Man, have I got my work cut out for me. Last chance to leave if you can't handle the massacre I'm about to commit. We'll kick things off with strengths. We'll stick to it still being strong to water, ground and rock. However, let's add Psychic to the mix. Grass will now be super effective to 4 types. Psychic is all to do with the mind. It's heavily associated with mentality, and I feel Grass could challenge the thinking capabilities of a Pokemon while also leaning into the fear side of things too. There are plants out there that can hinder a person's thought process. Aromas created from nature to distract us, take us away and lose focus of the world around us. Certain herbal remedies that have side effects, including nausea and headache. They can even induce drowsiness, which effectively shuts down the brain. As for the types that resist grass, there's just too many. Do we really need to have so many types to shrug off grass, like it's a well-received TV show that corporate CEOs refuse to greenlight? Let's just go boom, boom, boom. Now it's just 4 types that resist. Well, actually, see, in my previous videos, fire and water both received a type that were immune to their element. It's only fair grass gets the same treatment, surely. You'll notice when I cover fire and water in their videos that each type will be perfectly balanced as they should be. Therefore, let's bring back the still resist and make it an immunity instead. Why? Because I'm biased to still. I don't think you should bring a stick to a sword fight. Poison can live without a resistance to grass. Spoiler alert, but poison still has the advantage over grass, being super effective and all. Flying loses a resistance to grass too. I covered it in this video, but basically, with how much impact nature has on wildlife, including birds, they shouldn't be resisting Mother Nature, but instead embracing her. As for defensive qualities, let's copy what we've done for offense, but swapped over. 5 resistances and 4 vulnerabilities. Nothing but flying changes for weaknesses. Again, flying should work in tandem with nature. As for resistances, we'll include Psychic to the list. We've already changed the chart so grass beats Psychic, so let grass resist it too. Honestly, I can't think of the most logical reason as to why, so if you have one then let me know. All I've got is a rooted tree is going to resist telekinesis, and some people may have phobias to things that are found in nature. Here's what SpiderMark86 had to say. Shout out to you, mate. I won't read the whole thing, so pause the video and read it all if you want to. I will however pick out some key points. Grass is a pretty good option to use in sun and rain teams, so much so that maybe they could get a boost in both weathers, as plants do like to reap off the benefits from both the sun and the rain. There are so many reliable grass choices to round out a team too, for their offense and supportive roles. Pokemon like Ludicolo, Venusaur, Amoonguss, Rillaboom, Ogerpon and Lilligant. Wait, what's that? Oh yeah, Ferrothorn too. Rest in peace my thorny friend. You weren't Spanish enough. So the only balanced way I think we can implement the weather is by having sun and rain heal a grass Pokemon by a small percentage. Then we could make other weather deal damage, since sandstorm and snowy climates destroy plant life. I may also be including new weathers, so stick around. Could you imagine a grass Pokemon healing up after rain, leech seed, ingrain, grassy terrain and leftovers? If it's something like Ferrothorn, no wonder we booted it from Paldea. Maybe we could do something with terrains too. Since plants and wildlife depend on what terrain they grow in, it's only fitting terrains have a part to play in the grass type's capabilities. We could buff grassy terrain's healing to 1/8 health recovery in exchange for losing health on all other terrains. Again, I may be adding new terrains. This could increase terrain wars like never before. So what do you guys think? I'm pretty proud of this, and I don't think I've butchered the type in any way. Still fairly balanced in my opinion, especially with what I have in mind for fire and water. Let me know in the comments any changes you would have made, and if we share different or similar thoughts. Make sure to subscribe to the channel too, so you can keep updated each time I cover a new type. Until next time however, make sure to train hard and team build to the best of your ability, and I'll see you guys in the next video.